Evening and welcome to the organizational meeting of the St. Peter School Board. It is Monday, January 5th, 2026. We are in the Governor's Room at the Community Center. It is 5 p.m. We'll call the meeting to order. First item up is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We need to consider and adopt the agenda before us.
So moved. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Agenda is adopted. We have some new old faces back on the board after the elections in November. And as is our responsibility, we need to take the oath of office. Those who were reelected in November and who are officially starting their next term tonight. And I will turn it over to Mr. Kaut to lead us in the oath of office.
Okay. It is an honor that you are elected to guide the education of our community's children. As you recite the oath of office, you assume a tremendous responsibility as a director of our school district with the duties empowered by the Minnesota legislature. This power puts you and the other members of our school board in the position of being both morally and legally responsible for the equitable, quality education of every student in the district. In carrying out this responsibility, you will be asked to fulfill the roles of vision, structure, accountability, and advocacy. In providing vision, the board, with extensive participation of the community, envisions the community's educational future and then formulates the goals, defines the outcomes, and sets the course for the public schools. To achieve the vision, the board establishes a structure and creates an environment designed to ensure all students the opportunity to obtain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework. Because as a board, we must be accountable to the community, we must ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children. As board members, we serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students in our community schools to advance the vision for our schools. Furthermore, we must strive to work together with the superintendent and staff to lead the district toward fulfilling the vision we have created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills and knowledge, citizenship, and the personal development. By signing the oath of office, you hereby publicly affirm your commitment to the oath of the office. Please repeat after me. I affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state.
I affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of this state.
And that I will discharge faithfully the duties of the office of School Board Member of Independent School District Number 508.
The duties of the office of School Board Member of Independent School District Number 508.
To the best of my judgment and ability.
To the best of my judgment and ability.
Congratulations.
Board Member Dixon, Board Member Martins, and Board Member Potts are back, so we will swear Mr. Dixon in at the next meeting. Probably should. We couldn't zoom him in from his remote location. All right, thank you, Mr. Kaut.
You're welcome.
Next up, election of officers. So we have 4 positions that are elected officers within the board. And we'll go by order as they are listed here. So nominations are now in order for the office of chair.
I nominate Charlie Potts Potts as chair of 508 School Board.
I'll second.
Charlie Potts is nominated. Are there any other nominations for chair? Any other nominations for chair? Any other nominations for chair? We will close nominations for chair. Now, we vote. Is it a motion, or do we just vote?
Well, we can vote,
Just,
yeah.
okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you all. I did accept that nomination. Thank you all, I appreciate it. Nominations are now in order for the office of vice chairperson.
I nominate Drew Dixon as vice chair.
Drew Dixon has been nominated. Are there any other nominations for vice chair?
I'll second.
Second. Other nominations for vice chair? Other nominations for vice chair? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Drew Dixon is the nominated vice chair candidate. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Let's hope that he accepts. If not, we'll deal with it next month. Yep. Nominations are now in order for the office of clerk.
Mr. Chair, I would nominate Kate Martins.
Kate Martins has been nominated. Are
I'll
there,
second.
and a second. Are there other nominations for clerk? Other nominations for clerk? Other nominations for clerk? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Congrats, Ms. Martins.
Thank you.
And last but not least, nominations are now in order for the office of treasurer.
Mr. Chair, I'll nominate Ken Rosso.
Mr. Rosso has been nominated
I'll second.
and it's seconded. Any other nominations for treasurer? Other nominations for treasurer? Other nominations for treasurer? Nominations are now closed.
Mr. Chair, just in terms of full transparency.
Yes.
As most of you maybe are aware, I'm a board member of the Minnesota School District's Liquid Asset Fund, and just this past summer was elected treasurer of that. So I just want to make sure there was no misunderstanding. There's be treasurer of two different organizations that do have some overlap.
Yes. But we understand there is not a conflict of interest.
In talking to Kirk Schneiderwin.
Yep.
And Kirk had talked with Joel Stencil.
Yep.
And returned the information to me, so the best of my knowledge.
Excellent.
But just wanted the full board to be cognizant of that.
Thank you. Nominations are closed, so all those in favor, Mr. Rosso as treasurer, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Congratulations, Mr. Rosso. Thank you all. Next up, we need to designate our depositories. Mr. Graff.
Yeah, so the district utilizes a number of depositories to help manage its funds. Those depositories are listed. I'll go ahead and read those out. First National Bank of St. Peter, Pioneer Bank of St. Peter, Hometown Bank of St. Peter, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, South Point Financial Credit Union, and MSDLAF, which is MSBA's investment program. And we would recommend that we continue to utilize these institutions.
I so move.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair, just
Yes.
for disclosure, once
Yeah.
again, please note that I abstain because of my relationship with the School
Yes.
District Liquid Asset Fund.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, designate the official newspaper of the St. Peter School District. Currently, it is the St. Peter Herald. Mr. Graff.
St. Peter Herald and the school district have had an outstanding relationship over the years. St. Peter Herald is our local newspaper, so we would recommend that we continue that relationship and designate them as our official newspaper.
I'll make a motion to designate the St. Peter Herald as the official newspaper for the St. Peter schools.
Thank you. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Discussion, discussion, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Next up, designate auditor for the school district audit. Dr. Graff.
Abdo has been our auditor for a number of years. They do an outstanding job. We really appreciate the continuous information that they provide us, the historical nature that they can provide us. So we would recommend that we continue to use their service.
Mr. Chair, I move that we continue with Abdo as our auditor.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Discussion, discussion, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, designate business manager or her designee to continue to make wire transfers for the school district. Dr. Graff.
Nothing else to add other than we would appreciate giving Megan the authority to continue to do her job.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Discussion, discussion, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Congrats to Megan. Next up, designate superintendent to approve non-resident student agreements.
So as you're aware, school districts can enter into non-resident student agreements after the January 15th deadline. Prior to January 15th, it's open enrollment. After January 15th, it turns into a non-resident agreement between the two districts. This would provide me with the continued authority to sign those agreements to ensure that we have students that can continue to come into our district and families can continue to have options to attend the school of their choice.
I move that we designate the superintendent to approve non-resident student agreements.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Discussion. Discussion, discussion.
Just out of curiosity, Dr. Graff, does that then extend until July 1st? And then the new year?
I don't have the exact answer on that. I knew that question was going to come up and I'd have to look that up. I believe that is correct.
Okay, thank you.
I think there's for the open enrollment, you said it had to be done before January 1st, but or January 15th, but that's for the following
year.
school year.
Yep.
So once that would end, once school starts, then everything would be
Yeah, that's a good point.
the non-resident agreement. So I suppose you could apply for the following school anytime prior to.
Those will look well ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Discussion, discussion, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up, we need to set board salaries. The proposed are as listed below. This is typically, we have not made many adjustments to these over the years. I think there's lots of reasons, right? We want to be financially appropriate stewards of our money. We don't join the school board for the paycheck. But we are transparent with, obviously, what we are paid on a monthly stipend basis. Anything to add, Dr. Graff?
I just wish our groups would follow our wonderful lead, take no increase.
Why don't you read out loud what we make a month? I think that might, in case anybody is watching this back.
Yep, so the proposed salaries remain the same as they have the last few years, I believe, that I'm aware of. So the board chair is $500 a month, $6,000 annually. Vice chair, $300 a month, $3,600 annually. Treasurer, $400 a month, $4,800 annually. Clerk, $350 a month, $4,200 annually. and a director, so someone who does not have one of those aforementioned titles, makes $300 a month, $3,600 annually. There's also a $100 per month stipend to be paid to members of the HR Negotiations Committee for the work they do there. So there is the base salary for the school board member, director, and then added responsibilities for the individual offices have resulted in the slight increases per month for those positions.
I'll move
Okay,
the salaries.
we have a motion
I'll second.
and a second. Any further discussion?
I would like to say that I think the HR committee has definitely earned their stipend, and over and over and over again. I just want to make that comment, because this has been an intense season here.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion. 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 Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We need to, next up, identify the primary legal counsel for the district. Dr. Graff.
We would recommend that we continue to use or utilize Kennedy Graven for our legal counsel. Just to note, our current practice is that the superintendent and the special programs administrator are the only ones authorized to make that contact, and that's simply so that we have kind of that chain of command, that flow, to make sure that both parties are aware of the issue that would require legal counsel, and also so that we can ensure that the cost associated with that is approved.
And the chairperson.
Oh, I'm sorry, and the chairperson, sorry.
I move that we remain with our primary legal counsel.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Discussion, discussion.
Just a clarification, if I may. Is there a retainer fee with that, or is that only as needed?
Our understanding, my understanding, is that it is as needed. Megan is actually going through some invoices, and will share that information with me tomorrow to find out
Okay.
more.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I know there's not a check made to them every month.
Every month,
so-
right. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Discussion, discussion, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next item up, set the day, time, and place of regular board meetings and study sessions. Dr. Graff.
We are recommending no change from our current practice, which is that we will have our meetings on the third Wednesday of the month at 5 o'clock in this room, and the first Wednesday of the month at 5 o'clock in the Middle School Media Center. That is until the new City Hall and the new chambers is available for our use.
Do we have a ballpark?
We do not have a ballpark.
Sometime in the future.
Sometime in the
Sometime
future.
in the future.
Sometime in the future.
Well, we have a suitable room for now, so
Yep,
that's fine.
this room's outstanding.
Yep.
Just in terms of planning, we've had several study sessions. We haven't met monthly necessarily. Looking ahead, should we block out the first Monday, first Wednesday rather each month?
Our meetings are posted up through the end of June, I believe, online. So those have all been set, and St. Peter's practice has been to go until June and then to restart at that point. So we definitely are not, we haven't traditionally had a study session every month.
Right,
Yep.
right. Yep. But it's certainly, if necessary, nice to have that time
Yeah.
slotted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did that answer your question?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
I believe I would entertain a motion. I don't think we got there yet.
I'll make a motion to set the regular meetings on the third Wednesday of the month at 5 PM here in the governor's room until such time as the city hall is complete. And then the first Wednesday of the month at 5 PM in the middle school media center.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Discussion, discussion, discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next up is discuss appointments to school board committees. So we have our various and multiple committees that we are all members of. We have primary committees, but then we also have several other subcommittees that meet less frequently than the main committees. Thank you to those who have given some feedback. We like to involve board members in that feedback. If you have changed your thoughts since you first responded or haven't yet responded, please do so. Dr. Graff and I are going to talk about the committee's structure, well, not the structure, talk about committee membership tomorrow morning at our regular weekly check-in. So if you do have thoughts about your own, you can let me know after this or send me an email. But we'll talk tomorrow morning to finalize. So as of now, the committees remain as they are. I told Dr. Graff, somehow this sneaks up on me every year. Because I'm not thinking about it the first week of December, and then suddenly it's January. So the questioning that I should have done in early December happened like this week. So we're on it. But we will then, if we feel that there are appropriate reshuffling based on board member wishes, we'll try to make that happen. So there could be some slight tweaks, no major overhauls, complete overhauls, but we'll kind of talk about that, then bring it back to the group for formal approval next month. So that's where we are with committees. Any questions or comments about that? Committees do great work. We appreciate, and the structure has worked well. I like the way that we are set up, and I think most of us feel that way. So, but if you do have thoughts about your own personal committee memberships, let me know and we'll discuss tomorrow morning.
Mr. Chair, I'm not advocating the creation of another committee, but I am wondering if there is a way to have a more intentional communication structure with the community. And much of what Kurt Hildebrand does, is certainly supportive of that. Sure. But in terms of advocacy, which we just talked about a moment ago, relative to the board members, administrators, et cetera, connecting with the community in a more visible, organized, structured format. Just a thought.
Sure.
And it's nothing we need to decide now, just something we may want to visit in the future.
Yeah, that's a good thought. Yeah, Dr. Graff and I will discuss for sure. Thank you. So that said, I don't think we need to take formal action on committees tonight.
Well, you could appoint them at any time. So,
Right,
yeah.
right, but I think
Yeah.
this was just a discussion point on the agenda.
There was one that as far as representative on other agency board/committees, there was a legislative position under there in addition to that ad hoc.
Yeah.
And I was the individual that was in that slot, so I don't know
Okay.
if the thoughts are that we're gonna replace that with the ad hoc committee, or how we wanna go forth from that. The other thing I would say is probably we should reduce the membership of the ad hoc committee, just so we don't have a quorum of the board on it.
What does the CACR person do? I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
Oh, generally, you would meet with, I think Annette Engeldinger is the administrator who's in charge of, used to be the world's best workforce.
I was on that too.
Yeah, and should have had a meeting once a year or
Okay.
twice a year, usually before the final report is made, to discuss it.
Okay,
I think it'll be,
interesting.
I think it's worth our conversation to look at that whole entire bottom section. Because I think we have some groups that are,
Not too active.
yeah, not too active or
It's on the bottom, I have like MVED, which I love MVED, don't take me off MVED.
No, but some are very active and some are not, and I think there's not real good consistency. Or they've been inactive long enough that there's not clarity on what the role of the board member is. And that might be just good for us to talk about. Do they stay on the list? Do we need to figure out what we need to do with those? Are the board members being used in the right way, if at all, where they should be on those? So that might be a good discussion for us when we talk about the general committee membership.
Relative to the ad hoc legislative committee, the ad hoc, by definition, should be temporary.
Yeah.
As opposed to a standing committee that it appears to be here. My original thought on that, and visiting with a couple of the board members, was, and it's fine to have a standing committee if that's what the board chooses to do, but to have periodic visits, if you will, with our legislators. And prior to the session, after the session, and during the session, of course, as deemed appropriate. So I'm not sure what the desire of the board is in terms of how to manage that committee. There's a need for it, but how it should be arranged and structured, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But in terms of concern for a potential board meeting with that, I'd be happy to withdraw from that if that makes it easier.
Sure, okay.
But I do like talking to legislators.
See, everybody has their things they like to do, I guess.
Just so I'm understanding this bottom section, you said there was an additional spot that's not on this document? Okay.
That was.
The legislative liaison, or whatever you want to call it.
It's on mine. I have legislative committee Bill Count.
It's not on mine.
He's the one.
Oh, you've got a better list than this.
We'll double check. I printed the one off the shared drive today.
And that was on, it was on the board book list, but yeah, it's not on this.
Good
Okay.
catch, good catch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have it. I didn't want you to feel excluded, so I
No,
left you off it.
you know, basically, what I do during the legislative session is listen to the weekly reports from our lobbyists and summarize,
Yep,
send out notices.
we do appreciate it very much, yeah.
Because it's kind of like the Cliff Notes that I really appreciate
Yep,
a lot.
yeah. It helped me kind of understand,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Used
we'll-
to, they used to have what they called the lobby line, probably back when you were on the board before. I really like that, because that was like a 4 or 5 minute summary of the previous day.
Sure.
You'd just call and
Oh.
get a voicemail that would
Oh.
tell you about it.
Now we're in this information overload.
Yeah, right.
Where they just think the more we can give you, the better. Where I'm like, no, just give me the 4-minute
Yeah,
version.
it was kind of funny, because on some sessions, they went so late, the individual that was recording the lobby would be nodding off. It was, yeah.
All right, so Dr. Graff and I will speak again tomorrow morning. So we'll update soon with what committee membership looks like. But as of now, in terms of, plan for what you have for the next immediate upcoming meetings. But then if we make changes, we'll make it known so that you know how to plan your calendar. All right. Upcoming meetings are all listed right there. We've got a bunch of stuff, of course, happening with negotiations, and our various education, policy, business committee all meet before the regular school board meeting this month, which is Wednesday, the 21st at 5 o'clock in the governor's room.
Because we meet on Wednesday, we don't have to reschedule it, because it used to be on Monday, and then we'd have to
MLK Day,
reschedule it.
yes.
So, we made ourselves efficient.
There we go.
If I can just mention this document.
Yes, go ahead.
And I just want to mention, you have MSBA Leadership Conference, those of you who are able to attend. Just a brief rundown, kind of a schedule in brief, and then on the back of that document is MSBA's full conference at a glance. If you need any more information, let me know. Happy to print things off or grab packets for you. I do want to just mention Thursday, January 15th, I did make reservations for the group at the local. within walking distance of our hotel, just for time together.
And
That's
we're at
all.
a different hotel than we normally are. Oh, man, now I gotta learn how to drive down there again.
It'll be close. Yeah, he'll be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right across the street from the Hyatt. And I think if you normally came in off like 394 around Grant and turned to go to the Hyatt, I think you can turn right and just go under something to register.
Mall again, is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. You stop and, I don't know, because there was a note on the website about parking that said temporarily not, so I'm a little concerned about that. Maybe,
Just like providing humor for the group and everyone listening.
so,
It's always a fun time.
no, it's always an instructive time.
So who's all, is Drew gonna be there as the vice chair? He will need to decide what time we meet for breakfast in the morning and
Yes,
things
for
like
sure.
that.
Yes, because I will unfortunately not be in
I know,
attendance.
which,
Yeah, my other
without you there, we kinda wander around, we don't really know. And
Yeah.
then we find our
sure.
leader, and then we kinda like, okay.
I think this hotel has continental breakfast as part of your,
Ooh,
you can order other food at a price, it said, I think.
but at least we have an option.
Yeah,
Nice.
take a diet pill and a cup of coffee and then.
Thanks for your research, Bill.
Yeah. All right. We've reached that point. Would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.